Hello everyone, it's me again, funkdoc, with more Power Grid. This time we have a 5-player game on Germany. This should be interesting. It's me, Mastaba, amitss1, teokop, and nekengren. I'm very surprised to see teokop in this because usually he does not like 5-player games and outright refuses to play them. So this is the first that I've seen. Where to build here? Where to build? Oh, I'll pay 5 for the 3 plant easily on this config, because I'll build in the cheap red area. But amitss goes to 6, which I think is a fair price for it here. Because with more players in the game, you're more likely to get a big plant on turn 2. So it rewards you to go low in the turn order, which getting the 3 and just building 1 will allow you to do. Sorry about that. Actually, wait just a moment, please. I will be back. Apologies, I just had to do laundry here. Okay, now that laundry is over, I'll pay 9 for this, sure. Again, in Germany, in these bigger Germany games, you really want to go higher for the 3 and the 4. Building early is so valuable in Germany. Interesting the mastaba chooses the 8 over the 5. I personally would go for the 5 there. Ooh, teokop would probably take the... Yeah, it takes the 10. Okay. Oh, mastaba got a good deal on the 8 then, because coal is going to be quite a bit cheaper than usual for him. Not a whole lot, but I mean a good amount cheaper. So this is where it gets tricky now. Where to build? Where to build? Wherever do I build? Obviously, you buy the 4 coal, as always, on the 4 plant. I'm just trying to think of a spot where I can build 1. My hope is that I think amitss is likely going to build single build Essen or something. That's what I would do in that spot. I assume that's why he was willing to pay $6 for the 3 plant, is to get this build here. That's where I'm expecting him to go. Assuming he does that, I need to find some place that I can just build 1. Ooh, a triple build. amitss goes for the triple here, I see. Hold on, let's look at what else is in the market. Okay, so there's not going to be a huge there's not going to be that big of a reward for, because yeah, a lot of trash in the market, literally. Also, 32 going under the deck is very important. The 6 capacity plants that you can get before step 3, they're very important in 5-player. I think I have to build 1 now, yes? And what I'm thinking is... Need to think about this. Ooh, you know what I could do? Ooh, this is interesting. Because a mastaba and teokop both need to build 2. What I could do is this. I could do that. So now Nekengren can just build 1 city and go bottom in the turn order. So I'm locking up basically all of brown for myself, plus getting into the cheapest part of yellow early. There's Mastaba's expected build. That makes a lot of sense. Because the twins in blue have a lot of different connections around the map. Very sensible build there. Me taking this territory will make it less attractive for teokop to build, like, Erfurt and Leipzig next to me. I don't think he's going to do that. Someone else needs to build in that cheap red-blue area. That's where Nekken should go, I think. I think Nekken should build... Where did you build Nekken? Oh, Stuttgart. That's interesting. Kind of an odd choice. So, again, if I were teokop, Castle, or Würzburg, okay, that makes a lot of sense. You're giving amitss a lot of that cheap territory there, although you're also giving me a lot of cheap land too, so I shouldn't be complaining. So I'm still second from bottom in turn order, which is nice. I'll pay 1 more for this. I'll pay 15 for this. Okay, there's more bidding on it. Now, I pass. I pass now. Now it's getting bid up to a very fair price. 18. Hey, an 18 comes right afterward. Cool. Now I have a question. Teokop comes right out with a bid of 25 for the 18 plant. I'll bid on this because I have $1 to spare. Okay, sure. I'm fine with this. All the trash in this market. We have every single trash plant in the game except for the 14 right now. Just saying. I am fine with the 18 here. Perfectly fine with it. I mean, I think I'm very likely going to lose out on Erfurt come next turn, but I'm fine with that because I should be able to get Leipzig still. And completely... Nekken buys the 19. And then 23 comes afterward. Oof. At least 2 uranium comes in per turn, so 23 will have decent uranium prices on the next turn, but even still. Much, much happier with my 18 right now. On Germany, there should be enough time for 18 to pay off, even when I paid over 25 for it. Plus, next turn I can build and not even have to store extra coal, which is cool. Mastaba's build maybe should have been my build, though. Come to think of it. I expect Mastaba will know to fight amitss up here, though. Someone needs to fight up there in that part of the map. You cannot let one player get all of this shit. That's just going to be a free win right there. Yep, so Nekken gets Mannheim and Stuttgart. Personally, I would have much preferred... I think nekengren would have been better off building in this area. Either in this area or building Würzburg. One of those would work. $46 out. So we have another market of duds here. Still looking at 24, which is not very good. That's going to most likely come after this. And no, even better, another dud. That's good for amitss and also good news for me. Pass, pass, pass game. Thank you. Teokop goes for the 7. It makes sense because oil's so cheap right now. So, what do I want next turn? My suspicion is Teokop's going to build Erfurt. Although I think Castle might be more important. Castle and Nuremberg maybe, but I think Teo probably feels like he could get Nuremberg later. Actually, he's not going to have that much money. He's probably just going to build 1 this turn. Either that or not build and just stay low in the turn order. Just using oil this turn. I don't know, though. It's interesting. Also, again, as a reminder, in 5 and 6 player games, we use the full deck of power plants. We do not remove any of them from the deck. I'll do this, store my 2 coal here. That's fine. Nekengren continuing to burn trash. Interesting play. Oh, now Teokop's going to build Erfurt. With Mastaba taking castle. Ooh, no. Sweet. Okay. Yes! I get Erfurt. That's big for me. Key point for me to expand out of this corner of the map here is Erfurt. At least it's the first step in getting out of there. And it gives me a couple other ways to break out for later. And it's a cheap city, so all good all around. And I am going to be top of the players with coal, so I'm glad I bought the extra coal this turn. Because next turn, now, I am going to be fighting for 25. Assuming it stays on. Which, I mean, it easily could not. Yep, there it is. Well, let the fireworks begin. Player already drops out of the 25 auction. That being Teokop, which makes sense. I'll bid. I'll bid right now. I want to at least make it to 4. If I can get to 4 cities this turn, I'll be fine. And I have a cheap 4th city over here. But I pass. Okay. There's 27. This might be worth bidding, perhaps. Does amitss want this? So bidding the 25 up to 40, that's a very fair price. Especially on Germany, where I think early capacity will matter less. Okay. Now I have to look at this. 20, 30, 34, 36. The odds of 29 dropping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some of those other plants are a little better. It's worth a click. Again, Germany. Oh, okay. Well, at least this will get bid on now. Ooh, okay. Nekengren gets 20 at cost. Now, in fairness, Nekengren is not doing great on money because of running 19 in its expensive trash so early in the game. So I'm fine with Nekengren getting 20 at cost. Coal's not going to stay cheap either. I can only get to 4 cities this turn, unfortunately. But at least it's a guaranteed 4, because even if like Teokop were to build into Leipzig, I could still get Berlin just fine. And that would be my 4th. Nope, Tail built south, which is sensible. There's Mastaba fighting up in red. That's what I wanted to see. $11 and $17. Ouch. I'm fine with this green strategy I got going on here. Especially with how good my cities look. I need some opportunity to get rid of my coal, though. This feels like a lot of action for only 4 turns. Then again, it is 5-player. amitss will probably... Nah, I don't want to... And I don't want 24. I'm not buying a plant this turn. I need to build and just burn this coal that's sitting on my 4 right now. Teokop bids... Oh, Nekengren gets 29, although do they want it? Does Nekengren even want 29 right now? They might do it, actually. They might. It's a very nice companion with the 20. Yeah, I can see that. Well, I'm definitely building the 6 this turn so we can clear another bad plant from the market. Because we're running out of duds here. We're running out of duds. I wonder if, Oh yeah, I can easily build to 7, which I think is what I'll do. In fact, yeah, I can even do that. Because I'd rather get, like, Berlin, too. I'd rather do it that way. This way we can build to 6, and then build to 7 to trigger step 2, and get another bad plant out of the game. That's what I'm looking at here. And again, I don't want to buy any extra resources because 4 is obviously the next plant I'll want to the plant I want to replace. So I don't want to risk storing any extra resources on there that would be wasted if I were to buy a new plant. Nekengren does have a nice situation and capacity. Builds are not great for Nekengren though. I mean, Nekengren getting a 5 and a 4 at cost. Nekengren getting a 4 capacity and a 5 capacity plant at cost. That could pay off for them in the long run. However, we're not going to get a really bad market stall here. And especially since I'm going to do this. 16, one of the remaining duds. Luckily, we can build one more and clear that out. Like so. Okay, that puts 33 in. This market is moving quite fast, I do have to say. Because this is only the 5th turn of the game, and we're through a lot of this market already. All right. Well, I'm kind of forced to... This is actually not the greatest thing for me, because... LI4, though? Actually, uranium comes in at 3 per turn now. I think I'm okay with this. This should still be better than... Let me check this. 33. Oh, yeah, 28. That's the one I forgot to mark off. I knew I forgot to mark something off. Yeah, this should be better than 24 because 30 is probably going to get into the game before too long here. I don't mind if I get this at cost because I should be able to build. Ooh, then again. 14, 15, and 22 are the only really bad plants that could drop here for me. This is 5. This is 5 player, but it's also Germany, which suggests, you know, a longer game. So I may want to go for this money strat here, perhaps. Maybe you go for the money strat here. Worst case scenario, I could get 24, I guess. I think I pass. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is the plant I'm gonna go in for here. All right, let's be ready to fight for this. Have a pretty decent chance of 33 making it onto the market too, actually. But yeah, I'm going to fight for this plant. Because I am okay just not running it for a turn, just using my green plants. So we have to bid this. There's only one other 6 capacity plant we can get before step 3. I'll do this. Because I don't mind not running this plant for a turn. I can make plenty of money from 18 and 27. And then next turn gear back up and actually buy trash. Nekengren obviously does not need a plant. Teokop will probably buy 24 though. Yep. I'm fine with that though. Because Nekengren's not going to be using 19 for a long-ass time. Basically not until the end of the game. So we're really only going to have 2 trash plants in the game here. And the supply charge should be, what, 4 per turn? Oh no, still 3 per turn that trash comes in, which is not great, but I don't really care. I got a cheap price on 30, and that makes me happy. 30, when you get it for cheap and paired with green plants like this, is really strong. Really goddamn strong. So I'm not going to buy any trash this turn. This was part of what I was planning all along. Okay. I'm really happy with that, though. Because now... Still some duds to survive, though. Oh yeah, I'm not buying anything. That's right. Yeah, Nekengren's going to get a lot more value out of running 20 and 29 together. Teokop, you should have more money than that. Come on, man. It's really all the money you got. Okay. Well, it looks like I'd probably be running 24 and 7 then. If I were Teo. Hold on to that uranium for now. amitss1, I think, is about dead in this game. Even though he got the cheap builds early, the problem is he's stuck with all these uranium plants at a time when fossil fuels are cheap. And uranium is not particularly cheap by its usual standards here in Step 2. And his capacity is very low, so... that's the issue for him. Now, I'm getting blocked pretty hard on the builds here. I'll always have this connection. Like, I could do something with this connection here, actually. But I'll actually build before amitss1 next turn anyway if I don't build, so I think I'm just not going to build. I think I just won't build here. Yeah. And now mastaba builds into the cheap stuff. Good play there. Yeah. I just stay put now. We've not seen 26 yet. That's going to be a big deal when it comes. Speak of the devil. I can bid for this. I'll bid for this, sure. Why not? Nekken staying at 5 cities is interesting. I'd have thought they'd be able to do a little better. I just don't think that 26 is going to be worth this much money because we have a lot of big plants left to go in this game. But then again, oil is really cheap. It should go over 40, I guess. But now I think I'll pass on it. This is going for more money than 30 did, which makes me very happy, because in a 5-player game, normally that should not happen. Remember, in 5-player, you only need 15 cities to end the game, so that gives a greater reward to the early 6 capacity plants. And since we know that 32 went under the deck early, that means that 31 is the only such plant left that we can get before step 3. I'll have my eye on Nuremberg, though, just so I can give myself options to build for later in the game. It's going to go for over 50, isn't it? Okay. Well, there's one of the duds. Even 21 is, like, okay, so really just 14 and 15 were the big duds left. Teokop burn uranium instead of oil. Interesting. I might have opted for oil because now this way you can attack 26 more, but then again, is mastaba even the player you necessarily need to attack? I mean, probably yeah, but I don't know. I do have the only 6 capacity plant in this game, so that says something. Trash restock goes up to 5 per turn in step 3, which is pretty neat. Yep, teokop with the build. Mastaba should probably build in a Duisburg, I would think. Oh no, they're going to build into my stuff. Ooh, okay, I do get Dresden. Let me calculate this out. Let's see what I can do. I can't quite afford that. I mean, Dresden I don't really care too much about. Let me think about this. Nope. Cannot afford that. The question of, do I only build 10 and go down here to secure spots for me to finish the game? Or do I just build in my easy step 1 spots? And I think the answer is the easy step 1 spots. Yeah, that's fine. I arguably should have stored an extra trash, but problem is I'm now a very obvious target here. So now Nekken might start buying trash next turn, which is bad news for me. $31 was drawn, though. Should be more likely than not that stays on the market next turn. And that'll be a real interesting fight. And I suspect it'll go for prices that'll make me very happy with my 30. And remember, we have all the plants in the deck before step 3 in a 5-player game. Now, unless 14 is the next plant to come, unless 14 is the next plant to be drawn, then we're going to get fireworks next turn. Okay, so I'm just buying max trash here. It's going to be expensive as hell, and I don't even care. I do not want to risk getting bought out on trash next turn. And I expect these other players are going to stay below me. So... I think for me to be guaranteed, I have to buy 6 trash now. Painful as it is, it's the play I have to make here. And the green plants will ease some of the pain there. So I'm okay with that. We'll have almost 200 bucks next turn. Oh, teokop is going for the build. The build above me strat. Okay. I'm willing to bet that they did that because of me buying the extra trash. If I don't store extra trash there, teokop will stay below me. So, very pleased to do that. Me buying the extra trash, basically what it did was... I'm like buying turn order, in a sense. By inducing... a kind of induced teokop to build above me there. The question is, does Nekken build one more in fear of Mastaba ending the game? Nope. They stay below me in the turn order, so okay. Yep. I think it's fine. Now, I won't quite be top in the turn order, but I'll be close. That's what I could do. This is a thing I could do here, because we're not quite going to get to step 3. I could do that. It'd be expensive, but we are definitely not to step 3 yet. So I think that would do well to ensure that I still get stuff built. So I think I do. I think I just do that, yeah. Take the 21 connection here while it's still available. There we go. So it would only take 2 more cities for me to end the game next turn. And now people are not really going to be able to block me effectively by me going down here. So I'm going back top in the turn order, but I don't mind that too much. And 31 stays on. All right. Well, this is what I was hoping for. 14's going to come at some point. It's just a matter of when. Let's think about this. Let's do like... I think I have to pass on this, though. Yeah? I think I have to pass. Yeah, this is not going to be a winning play for me at this point. 21, okay. There's a plant I can bid on. Because now this gets me to 13. And it gives me 6-4 in base capacity, which would be good going into step 3. And fossil fuels are pretty cheap right now. Even at top of the turn order, it shouldn't be too bad. So I'd be happy with 21. So the next play that's going to pop up is either 33 or 14. Well, 39 will be drawn. Yep, sure. 33 did come, alas. At least it should get some bidding, though. Well, I don't know about that. It may not get bid. Mastaba might bid, though. If Mastaba is willing to bid 21, I think he'll be willing to bid 33. Or at least he should be. Because I know that 14 is going to be the last plant to come here, so... Mastaba should bid this a little bit, I think. Well, no, because it doesn't help his base capacity. That's why it was kind of weird to me that Mastaba would even bid on that plan at all. Yep. Just like I said. Okay, so he doesn't bid. Fair enough. And I'm already at 13, which is good news for me. Now, the unfortunate part is I can't safely run the 30 this turn because I expect that Nekengren and Tail will both buy trash. It probably doesn't even make money for Nekengren to just stay at 11 and power 2 cities with the 19, but it does hurt me. And I am a player who needs to be attacked at this point. I feel like I'm in a really good, strong position here. Alright, so Mastaba opts to go to 13 capacity. Interesting play because we're going to step 3, and if there's a next turn, that 16 is going to be a clear mistake for Masta. But I think Masta's doing it because I think he's worried that amitss won't be able to make it to 13 cities, in which case I easily end the game. Yep, and that suggests amitss ain't making it to 13, so Mastaba is forced to buy a plant to prevent me winning the game now. That's going to be a waste of money for him, because he'll have to replace it on the next turn anyway, for step 3. So yeah, I feel good about how I played this game overall. I went for the money strategy here. Okay, so they buy just... It's weird that Nekengren buying 3 trash is weird, though. There's no trash plant on the market right now. Yeah. Just do this, and... Unless other people build above me, which I don't expect them to, I am not going to run the 30 this turn. I can't. I cannot safely run the 30. Period. Ooh, so amitss could build to 13. He's probably going to stay below now, but... Oh, no, he actually does get to 13. Okay. So he goes above me in the turn order, too, which is cool. So Mastaba didn't even need that 16 buy, it turned out. Although I might have tried to end the game on amitss. So I had thought amitss was dead earlier, but he's actually in this game now. I feel like it's between me, amitss, and mastaba. And I'm in the middle for turn order out of those players, and I feel like I'm also the richest. So that should help my cause. There we go. Nekengren builds above me too. Okay, so I'm in a good spot for turn order here. No reason for me to build. I need to think. Because how much trash comes into the game? It's at 5, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to be careful with the plants, though, because 38 is in the game. 38's in the game. That's a problem for me. I would need mastaba or teokop not to buy 38 in order to safely power this, run this plant here. I'm burning the oil and not the coal for sure on 21. I'm just thinking here. I'm thinking whether or not to run the 30 in this situation. I think the answer to that, payments. So I'd be just over 160 here. I mean, I could safely get a 16 finish. My issue is money, though. My issue would be money. But if I think I have the early money lead, I think I'll just do this. Don't burn the trash. Just play it safe. I'm not low enough in the turn order that I feel safe burning trash on the 30 right now. $21 purchase made me happy, though. Okay. I think I'm going to aim for 16 in this game. Mastaba is going to want to build into the red and blue area. But I need to think. I need to think here. $48 plus the resources. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I think I cannot. I don't think I can afford to go for the 17 finish here. I can't imagine Mastaba being able to do it either. I mean, Mastaba does have those cheap builds, though. Likely going to get stuff in here. But then again, Mastaba did just buy 16 last turn for what turned out to be no reason. I mean, it was a very understandable play on his part, but turned out to be unnecessary. They're both bidding for it, though, which scares me. I mean, yeah, this is kind of annoying. amitss passing so quickly in the 46 makes me happy, though. That's a good sign. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Is Nekengren really gonna end up wasting a trash on 19 there? Okay. So nobody must have that much money. Okay. 44 drawn. And 46, okay. Well, everything else in the deck, so I will bid for this. Because I'm going to aim for a 16 finish. $16 is easy for me right now. This should be bid, though. 37 is still, like, the one plant left in the deck that can screw me over here. But even then, I could still buy 40, which is okay. Come to think of it, I could have bid for 46 to replace 21. That wouldn't have been ideal, but I could have fought for a little more, maybe. This should be bid past 50, though. Right? Let me think here. $42? Okay, I bid 40 then. Sure. And Mastaba gets a little bit more expensive plant than me, which is a good sign. So four of us are all going to have 16 cities. This will be interesting. Why are you buying extra? Oh my god. That's painful. Well, actually, I guess it makes 40 and 42 like even cost in terms of plant plus resources now. God damn it, Teokop. The game ends in this turn. Why do you need to buy extra? Christ. You don't need to buy extra at this point. What the fuck? This still works out to being cheaper than 39 was for amitss, though. Believe it or not. So I'm fine with this. I mean, don't worry. I made out fine. I made out fine in this auction. I made out fine. Mastaba's going to have cheaper builds left than me, though, is the thing. There's the build for Teokop. Buying the extra resources was not cool, though, Teo. Not cool. Game ends this turn. You don't need extra. Dusseldorf. It's clearly Dusseldorf for Mastaba. That's definitely the best city left for him. Dusseldorf. Yep. That's obvious. Alright, nobody else builds into my shit at least, so that's cool. What are the odds that I beat 3 other people? Is the thing. What are the odds that I beat 3 other people? I feel good about my chances of beating Nekken, though. Nekken's not the one I'm worried about. Mastaba and amitss both. Because I ended up not going into this area of the map at all, unfortunately. Nekken couldn't make it. Okay, so I'm really only competing with 2 others here. I feel like I should win this, but let's see. Mastaba might beat me, though. Mastaba may very well beat me. Yep, I had a feeling Mastaba would win. By a decent margin, too. Wow. Okay, interesting. Alright. Yeah, I think ultimately what happened was I should have done the starting build that Mastaba did, building in the 2 twins in blue. That would have been, I think, a lot better for me than the build I took. Learning lessons here. I am learning lessons about Germany building. I figured I could beat amitss, but Mastaba was the one I thought might give me trouble because of the cheap builds. Anyway, a really interesting game there. I'm happy with how I played this for the most part. I think really the one thing that was missing for me was the starting build. That's what cost me this game. If I had done Mastaba's build instead, I'm probably winning this one. Alright. Anyway, see y'all later. And thanks for the game. And congratulations to Mastaba.